Look, what happened to Margaret, to answer your question? She retired in 2018, I'm going to say. She's long gone. So, to be honest, I thought she'd be pushing up daisies by now, but apparently she's doing fine. She just did Christmas in New York with her grandkids, according to her daughter's Instagram that I've stalked with one of my fake accounts. But look, I did think we'd lose her during COVID, but she got through it. Had visions of doing a performance piece at her funeral with some of my students, a medley of songs from all the musicals that I wrote that she tried to shut down. My little revenge. Yeah, I'd still quite like to do that. I've got the backing track ready to go, and I'm checking the obituaries very regularly, so to no avail. But no, she was a character. I did tell her once to shove my dead dog's flowers up her fat ass, and worse things over the years. And we definitely locked horns, yes, but I think deep down there was a kind of a mutual respect of sorts. One of her funny little traits was she secretly smoked like a chimney in her little grotto that's what I called it, tucked around near the bushes near the staff room. And one time I caught her there, and Rodney thinks I'm making this up to be cruel, but I called out, "Margaret," and she turned around. She's got three durries in her mouth at the same time, all lit. Took an enormous drag and filled up the lungs and blew out enough smoke. She looked like the chimney at the Blue Scope Steelworks, coughing and spluttering. And, I said, "Don't come running to me, Margaret, when you need two new lungs, because I won't be donating one of mine." She just rolled her eyes at me, and she also used a can of hairspray every day to keep that helmet on. So I thought she was going to, use the lighter to light up one of her durries, and the hair would catch fire one day and we'd be, dealing with a bald burns victim principle, which as a teacher is not the dream scenario one imagines one will have to deal with. Remember we bonded once at a Christmas do, and when we got stuck next to each other, and found out she also loves Elaine Page and McLeod's Daughters and the early Murder, She Wrote. And, so we found common ground. And I said that night to Margaret, I said, if we were stranded on a desert island, I think we'd probably end up besties. We'd cuddle in a grass hut at night and skinny dip during the day, and be a full Blue Lagoon scenario. But she gave me a funny look when I said that. But I'll continue to keep an eye on the Instagram movements and let you guys know if there's any sad developments.